Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to a deeper look at the Zotac Zbox CI629. What we have here is a passively cooled Core i3-1315u processor from Intel. That is a 2 performance cores with hyper-threading and 4 energy efficiency cores processor. The setting goes with a 15 watt TDP, and the Intel Arc website says it has a boost up to 55 watt. I'm not really sure to which wattage it is allowed from the BIOS from the Zotac side, but I see boosts up to around 25 watts if you start something up, a program or so. He's sometimes boosting a little bit, but I've never seen so far boosts up to such high wattages, so I guess it's limited around 25 watt boost. Yeah, it's completely passively cooled. On the sides and on the top of the PC are massive heat sinks, and the case is, you see it on the picture, with over and over with these holes where the heat comes out. And yeah, you feel the heat. It's slightly warm when you have normal desktop operations like internet or office stuff. When you game on this machine, no, it feels really warm. Yeah, something like hot. You can, in a cold night, I guess you can put your hands on it and can use it as a hand warmer. So it supports up to 64 GB of DDR5 RAM in 2 slots. I guess you can use 4800 and 5200 megatransfers RAM. We have one NVMe slot. Keep in mind it's not a 2280, it is a 2242 slot, so you are limited by the drives you can choose. And you have a 2.5 inch bay for yeah, I think you will not go with a hard drive in a passively cooled system, so for a serial utter SSD. And it's powered by an external USB-C power delivery power supply. My build has 32 GB of crucial 5200 megatransfers RAM. It was a kit of 2 16 GB sticks, so I go for the maximum of speed. And yeah, 32 GB, because I think if it should be future proofed, I don't want to go with 16 GB anymore in a Windows PC. I have a 1 terabyte transcend NVMe found with 2000 megabytes per second read and 1700 megabytes per second write, as a 2242. Another option for more money is a 2230. I'm not really sure if you can build them in, but there is I guess from Crucial 2230 out, which I have used in the Steam Deck as a replacement. This is much faster. But yeah, the RAM and the drives are cooled with thermal pads and connected so through the cooling solution. So I think you can go with a faster one, but to be honest, you don't need to go with a faster one. If you have a NVMe as a boot drive and it's around 2000 megabytes per second, you are fine. And 2000 megabytes in comparison to 4500 megabytes or so results in lower heat. As more fast, more heat. Yeah, that's very easy. And I've built in a 2.5 inch SATA SSD from Kingston, a 960 gigabyte drive, which I had lying around. If I get a good price for a 4 terabyte SATA SSD, maybe on Black Friday, I will swap this out. So let's have a look at the benchmark, and this one is the really interesting one. If you see the Geekbench 6 single core score of 2166 in comparison to my fastest passively cooled PC so far, that's a MacBook Air M1. This device has a single core score of 2333, so there is just around 7% or so slower in single core. And multi-core score, okay, it's a little bit lower. I think this results that the MacBook has four big cores and 4 energy cores, and the Zotac i3-1315u only has 2 big cores with hyperthreading. So you don't feel at normal tasks the multi-core score, you feel the single core score. That's what takes effect when you click on a program, when you open a website, and all these things. That is mainly the single core performance you feel. And this PC feels very fast. And what I've taken here as a screenshot is the lowest result. I had also higher results around 2250. I've let that result away because I think maybe it is under a cooler scenario. Maybe I've done the first, it was the first of my runs. This definitely what you see was a run where I brought the CPU under heavy load before, 5 minutes of video encoding with shortcut. So it is really a fast computer, you feel that. And yeah, that are 2 benchmarks. I don't really know what they say to me. It is 3D Mark night rate, and this comes in at 10,600 points. I've switched here for Red Dead Redemption 2 1080p Ultra, and it should be less than 30 frames per second. Yeah, for sure. If you play something in 1080p with this PC, it will come under 30 frames per second. You see it later in the gaming scores. So this as a benchmark, and the second one is 3D Mark Firestrike. That is the DirectX 11 benchmark. That comes in at around 3,100 points. Again, this is nothing I can interpret. That are benchmarks. And what I really know are games. And I also game on a big gaming PC and on an Xbox. but yeah, sometimes after I've done some work, I just want to play 20 minutes a game, and then I don't switch on one of these devices. I want to play on the PC I use, and yeah, I'm happy if I reach 30 FPS on such a passively cooled system. I don't go for 60 frames per second. So in real, yeah, you must know that you cannot game with 60 frames per second. If you expect this, buy an active cooled system, not such a system like that. But here are some of my games I really like. I play Ark since years, so I really know this game, and yeah, I wanted to show that to you. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit I picked as an oldie, and GTA 5 is also a game I like to play. No Man's Sky, I don't know what to do in this game. It's a new game for me, but yeah, sometimes I will learn it. And Forza Horizon, I love this series, and yeah, the 5 is really nice, but I choose to go here with 4 because it's a little bit less demanding. So maybe I deinstall on this PC the 4 and go for 3. Yeah, that is more or less demanding. So let's hop in the gaming benchmarks. So here you see me a little bit of Ark playing. I play this game for many years, and I'm lost nearly over 1200 hours in PC Ark, and I guess another 500 hours of Xbox Ark. So yeah, this looks okay for me. Ark is older title, so you can go a little bit higher. You see at the corner the frame rate. Yeah, we have dips under the 30, but yeah, this is totally fine for me here to go with this, and not to lower the resolution. What you see is full HD and not 800p. I prefer to go with full HD and to have yeah, a little more Sichtweite, yeah, how far you can see. This I like. Here are the settings. You see it's a mix of middle and high, and just the shades are low, and also the other parameters are yeah, somewhere on the higher side. I guess it's a medium preset. So, hopping into Need for Speed, you've seen the settings. It's 1280 by 800. I thought I can also go with full HD, but yeah, with full HD I dips down in the mid of 20s. And so I decided to go with 1280 by 800, and there I normally have over 30 FPS, frames per second. Yeah, here was a little dip, but this is fine for me. Grand Theft Auto again on full HD and with all normal settings. So not bad, but also not fancy. I guess when you go with 800p, you can go much higher. I turn VSync off for the first test, that you see what is possible. But you see we are around the 40s, and yeah, I don't want to go lower in the quality. Maybe trying to have more quality options and in combination of going down to 800p. Maybe this is also nice to look at, but I prefer the full HD. And yeah, if you have something like that and it's from 35 to 42 or something like that, and you have the option of turning VSync to half, like here I've done it, set the frame rate to 30 FPS, and yeah, it looks fine, and you can play the whole night on 30 frames per second. I guess this is a good preset for that game on this PC. Yeah, this game is a little bit strange for me. I don't really know what to do in this game. I've played a little bit of the beginning, but what you see here is also that is 1280 by 800, and yeah, it was a little bit over the 30s, and yeah, some dips under. And yeah, what I've done is set this to a maximum frame rate of 30, so you have most of the time the constant 30, but yeah, like here you have dips under it. Maybe there is more to configure at this game, but going lower than 1280 by 800, that is not an option for me. So I guess when I want to play this game, I need to live with the dips under the 30. But you see here, it's 30. Mostly when you fly a little bit, then you get the dips. Here not. Yeah. But sometimes. Here are dips. And that were the options. 1280 by 800, max FPS by 30, and all on the lowest setting. And yeah, this is Forza Horizon 4. You have in the right upper corner the frame counter. MSI Afterburner don't work for me in this game. I don't know if it's generally not working. Yeah. But what you see is, I think, nearly complete the 30. You have some dips I recognized at the beginning of the game, where directly after it loads in. There I have dips in the mid-20s, but after that, in the racing, I have 30. Yeah, you see I crashed and it stays on 30. And that are the settings. I've set the frame rate to 30, and here it is mostly the low preset. I make it a little bit changes, but yeah. That's all. I say thank you and bye bye.